Forgiving.
Gabe, you'd be proud to figure it out by myself. All right, I call the June 9th, 2026 Colonial School Board meeting to order. Please rise and join Mr. Ted Laws as he recites the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, are there any additions or corrections to the agenda?
I have none.
Okay, that being said, do I hear a motion?
So moved. Approve this.
All right. Do I hear a second? Second. All right, as moved by Mr. Laws and seconded by, I'm gonna go with Mr. Handy. Are there any questions or comments from the board? All right, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, nay. Motion carries. All right, next up in this time, the board meeting is for board members and the executive secretary to discuss items of information and topics from our participation in various professional organizations and committees. We'll start out with the DSBA, which is Delaware School Boards Association. We'll start with the legislative committee for Dr. Dorsey.
So at the legislative committee meeting, we met, the major bills that were discussed were Senate Bill 302 and 303. So this legislation supported moving forward with a new way of funding Delaware public schools, known as the hybrid funding model, which is recommended by the Public Education Funding Committee. So in that bill will allow Delaware Department of Education to begin updating its systems now so the new funding model can be implemented in fiscal year 2028. It encourages the Department of Education and PFFC to use elements of the new model when developing the governor's proposed 2028 budget. It also protects school districts and charter schools during the transition by ensuring that no school receives less state funding in 2028 than it received in 2027. So the whole goal of this is a hybrid model to make sure that school funding is fairer and more flexible, allowing schools to better meet student needs and improve academic outcomes. The committee also emphasized the importance of strong accountability measures to ensure funding is used effectively and updating state equalization formula so funding is distributed more equitably across the school and the state schools and districts. So the DSBA Legislative Committee voted unanimously to support that bill. The next bill was Senate Bill 322. So that bill changed how Delaware school districts can adjust local school property taxes after property values are reassessed and gives districts limited flexibility to keep up with rising costs without having to hold a referendum every year. So with that bill, that bill would reduce the amount of additional revenue schools can receive after property reassessments. Also, it allowed traditional school districts to increase certain local taxes up to 2% per year without a referendum under limited circumstances, and also required voter approval for any large tax increases. So DSBA Legislative Committee voted to support this bill by 7-3 vote. The last bill, not the last bill, but the bill that was talked about the most was also House Bill 443. So this act clarifies that all individuals currently and prospectively serving as mentors to one or more students through a mentoring program under Department of Education must submit a state and federal criminal background check. And that's mostly to protect our students or the people who are volunteering, because schools can be soft targets for people who want to get around children and anything could happen. So we want to make sure that we're protecting our students, even when people want to volunteer. But also, there's also talk of funding for volunteers, so that way volunteers don't have to pay the $85 for a background check, the state funding that they're working on. Because they still want people to volunteer in our schools and our districts, but they want to make sure that nobody's taking advantage of any opportunities that they think they can take advantage of with our students. So DSBA Legislative Committee, they voted unanimously to support that bill.
Thank you very much, Dr. Dorsey. When's your next meeting?
Our next meeting is September.
Thank you. All right, and Mr. Handy, got anything for executive committee?
Just one thing, Dr. Dorsey. Dr. Dorsey already explained, what was going on with Senate Bill 322, but when it came to us, because of all the discussion going back and forth, we'd like to say our own, Emily Falcon did a great job of doing a presentation for us, and it was great. There was a lot of discussion and argument of passing or not passing, so we end up changing it to, neutral vote. So we know that when it gets to the Senate, after they vote. And a lot of us were understanding the importance of it, but you had some people from downstate that really didn't want that bill to be approved because they think it'll injure them later on. They're gonna have a lot of growth and then they'll have years with no growth and not really understanding the ramification of having to go to a referendum later on. So we just voted neutral.
Thank you, Mr. Handy. Jeff, what do you have for the Chiefs?
We had our meeting via Zoom on June 4th. We did similar to what Dr. Dorsey and Mr. Handy referenced. We had a legislative action conversation. We also began to look at 26-27 school year, how we were going to coordinate our communication and advocacy while maintaining a focus on our areas of priority. DOE team provided updates on HB 302 and 303 as well, and then also other legislation that DOE's been supporting. Talked about the plan to try to roll out assessment scores this summer a little bit more methodically and thoughtfully than has been done in the past, where usually they just release the scores and that's it. When I start talking about the scores, what they mean, how they reflect the hard work that's going on in all the schools and all the classrooms across the state. And they also shared with us how JFC, the Joint Finance Committee's markup session went. The only other thing of significant note, maybe for that group, is now I was nominated to be the secretary for the Chiefs organization, so I'll now be on the executive leadership team of the Delaware Chiefs School Officers Association.
Congratulations.
Quick question.
Yes.
Any discussion from either one of the three of you around I think it's Senate Bill 272?
None of that did not come up during the Chiefs meeting. It was referenced that there were several meetings. Got a problem with that?
Yeah. But we've went on record, all groups have went on record as opposing that bill, correct?
No, I do not believe the Chiefs were put on record for anything either supporting or opposing that.
That bill, for information, is one to where any project over $5 million automatically goes to the union contracts versus going to open shops or any other kind of contracts. So it forces them to go.
I know the DASA representatives and the legislative representatives from Chief School Officer were at the table with the architect of that bill with specific focus on what this would mean for school projects and the impact it could have on costs and actually what gets done in the buildings gets done for the schools.
The impact would be about a 10 to 15% increase on all projects over $5 million.
So we've been at the table in conversations. That's all I can really report back on. That's what I heard at the last session. Reading Consortium, I have nothing to report. There's been no meeting. They're usually in the break on the Reading Consortium for the summer. There'll probably be more in July or August. I can give you the meeting schedule for the fall.
Strategic planning, Chris?
So the strategic planning committee has wrapped up for the summer. Last week, I did participate. I've been bouncing kind of from work group to work group, and I got invited to sit in on a Zoom meeting with a University of Delaware professor whose area of specific research is teacher wellness and mental health. And they're, part of, that one arm of the strategic plan is around employee, well-being, as well as student well-being. And, stay tuned, because I think she's going to be a fantastic resource. And is going to be able to provide us with things that we don't have to invent ourselves, like metrics to measure and set, baselines and things like that. So I'm excited. I'm excited about that piece of work.
Okay, thank you. And then for the Major Capital Construction Review Committee, I'm on that, and we were told that will probably be the last Zoom meeting, because the rest of them are probably gonna be field trips out to the different construction sites that we have going on here in Colonial, which is very exciting, in the next 2 months, and, we saw a lot of plans going on, got told about everything that's getting ready to start for this summer. There'll be a big boom here going on. But everything is on pace with everything, and we're excited for some groundbreaking ceremonies coming up in the next couple months. And then Citizens Financial Oversight Committee, we don't have a representative here for that, right?
There's no report for that group tonight.
Okay, but I know I did hear from them that everything was good there. I'm assuming that'll be
The budget variance report
Yeah,
presented by
yeah.
them. Yeah, they approved the documents that are in the consent agenda for approval.
all right. And now moving on, and it's time to board meeting for our celebration for the E and the power of we. And for one last time, I'm going to pass over to our student board member Mia to provide us with her final report of her senior year.
Awesome. Good evening, Colonials. So to start, I'll give the sports updates. The only thing I have for sports is that fall sports is now over, and conditioning and tryout information spring sports is now over, and tryout and conditioning information for fall sports for the 2026 and 2027 school year is going out through Schoology. For academic updates, AP exams were the first 2 full weeks of May and are now done and over with. Now we just have to wait for our scores on July 6th to go out. And on the 21st of May, we had our underclassmen and upperclassmen award ceremony, where we got to celebrate the several wonderful students and their academic achievements. And lastly, social events. On May 15th, Penn had their senior prom. Seniors got to look amazing in their Bridgerton themed night. And lastly, on June 5th, William Penn seniors reached the end of their time at William Penn, and I'm glad to say that we're now all graduated. I don't want to sound like, a mom or anything, but I'm truly proud of every William Penn of the William Penn senior class. And lastly, this isn't an update, but I do want to say thank you to the board for allowing me to be up here every month. I don't know if the stuff I would say made sense or if it just sounded like a whole bunch of hoopla, but I do know that being up here, I got to feel the power of we and the strength of the colonial family. So thank you.
Thank you, Mia. Just for the record, since I know we introduced Estrella earlier, we're going to ask our incoming board member, Estrella Morales Caneo, to stand up and just say hello, wave to the audience. She'll be starting with us the next school year. And I think we'll be fortunate. I think we're going to have Estrella for 2 years, because she is a current sophomore, so she's going to be a junior next year. And so we're really going to be entertained even more so than having 1 year under her belt. So congratulations, welcome to the team.
Mia, thank you very much. And believe me, it was an honor to have you here on the board with us.
Thank you for having me.
All right, continue with our E and the Power of We storytelling. I'm going to pass over the mic to Colonial's Executive Coordinator, Ms. Tyann Butts. Ms. Butts, the floor is yours.
Good evening. Tonight, we would like to recognize and congratulate the students of William Penn High School for their outstanding performance in the Delaware Personal Finance Challenge. Your dedication, preparation, and hard work were evident as you successfully advanced through the qualifying round and competed against other talented students from across the state. As I say your name, You can come up, take a picture, and step to the side. Pedro Morales.
You have them all. Phil, come on over to the center. Come on over.
Allison Ortiz Ocampo. Ms. Sawyer's going to accept her certificate. And that's it.
Hold on, do it again, thank you.
Next, we would like to congratulate the students from George Reed Middle School, Guy Bedford Middle School, McCullough Middle School, and William Penn, who proudly represented Colonial at the mock Second Continental Congress held in Legislative Hall. Nominated by their teachers for this unique opportunity, these students demonstrated exceptional dedication, research skills, and civic engagement throughout the day-long program. When I call your name, you can come and take a picture and get your certificate. Lamaya Maryville. McKinley Holtz. And Hassan Johnson.
Tell them there's a type. Okay, McKinley? And yeah.
Ready? 1, 2. Got it.
Now, the spelling so we're gonna mail you a new one, okay?
Next, we would like to congratulate all the 2027 Colonial School Teachers of the Year. Colonial School District would like to congratulate all the Colonial School District 2027 Building Teachers of the Year. In addition to the Building Teachers of the Year, we were also thrilled to recognize Ms. Shadia Garizan from Southern Elementary, third grade teacher, for earning the 2027 Colonial School District Teacher of the Year. We are honored to have her represent Colonial Nation at the state level. We look forward to celebrating all of their accomplished this fall at the Colonial School Districts of the Year event. Now, we would like to recognize our Colonial educators who recently completed the Equity Practitioner Program offered by the Fourth Dimension Leadership Foundation. This rigorous 6-month professional learning experience is designated to deepen participants' understanding of equity and equip educators with the knowledge, skills, and resources needed to lead meaningful equity efforts within their schools and communities. Through a thoughtful design program that combines dialogue, reflection, curated readings, and high-impact adult learning practices, participants engaged in powerful opportunities for personal strength and professional growth. The experience challenged educators to examine perspectives, strengthen their leadership capacity, and further their commitment to creating inclusive, supportive learning environments for all students. We are proud to celebrate this group of educators for their dedication to continuous learning and their commitment to fostering equity throughout our school community. This year marks the 12th cohort of Colonial educators to participate in the program, a testament to our district's ongoing investment in professional growth and educational excellence. Congratulations to all the participants on this significant accomplishment, and thank you for your commitment to serving our students, families, and communities. Marsha Carter and Kimberly Swig.
Yeah, that's one. 1, 2.
And that concludes our recognitions for the night.
Thank you, Mrs. Butts. All right, now moving on, the next agenda item is the consent agenda. Oh, okay. Sorry. And right now we do not have any public comments submitted. So we're gonna move on past public comment. And then we're gonna move on to the consent agenda. The items listed under the consent agenda have gone through board review. Oh, yeah, okay. All right, sorry. Do want to give a second. Usually we use public comment for this. For any of the families here who, well, you guys don't have homework to go home to. Yeah, see, you could have kept them here. Fine. But no, if any of the families have anything to go to and they don't want to hang out to our exhilarating rest of our meeting, we're gonna take a pause real quick so that you guys can step out. If not, feel free to hang out with us for the rest of the meeting. Shine awkward.
Usually in the auditorium.
Congratulations. It's always my favorite part to tell everybody to leave. All right, moving on to the consent agenda. The items listed on the consent agenda have gone through board review, including documentation concerning these items that have been provided to all board members and the public in advance. Items in the consent agenda generally include routine personnel and business office actions and updates, as well as approval of previous meeting minutes and education-related items, such as choice and student placements. With that being said, do I hear a motion?
Make a motion, we accept or approve the consent agenda as presented by the Commissioner.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
All right, as moved by Mr. Laws, second by Mrs. Breeding. Are there any questions or comments from the board? All right, all those in favor, please signify with saying aye. Aye. All those opposed, nay. Motion carries. All right, next up on the agenda is the updates and action items, and I'll pass over to Dr. Metzer.
Thank you, Mr. PQ. At this time, we asked the board to consider the approval of the Opportunity Fund waiver. It was posted for 2 weeks consecutive in the News Journal as per Title 14 Delaware Code Section 1726. For opportunity funds. This allows us to pool our resources and disperse them throughout the district and be more flexible and meet the needs of the students who qualify for the funding, for the opportunities, for the opportunity funding. We typically do this, we've been doing this every year since the opportunity fund was available. And we are required to seek your approval before we can submit our plan to DOE this summer.
Do I hear a motion?
I move that we approve the waivers of the provision of Title 14 Delaware Code Section 1726 Opportunity Fund waiver as presented.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
All right. As moved by Ms. Smith and seconded by Mr. DePress. Right? Yeah, see, you got my head. Sorry. Are there any questions or comments from the board?
I have one comment for the boards. We did post it and we received no comments from the public. Thank you.
All right, all those signify with saying, all those in favor, please signify with saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, nay. Motion carries.
Next, we asked the board to approve a red clay tax refund request. This is coming from the tax pool for red clay. We've done these before. It's been quite a few years before since we've done a refund for the tax pool. And so we just asked that the board review and consider this refund request. It is not a significant amount of money in any way, shape, or form.
Do I hear a motion?
I move that we approve the tax refund request as presented.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
As moved by Ms. Smith, seconded by Mr. Haney. Are there any questions or comments from the board? All right,
Just to clarify for the exact dollar amount, when I said not a significant amount, the Colonial portion of this refund there's two, it's $37 and the other one is $28.
Okay.
Want to be clear.
No zeros on the ends of it.
There's like 81 cents.
Okay.
Something like that. I just kind of rounded up real quick. Yes.
I literally was waiting for Mr. Walls to ask the question.
He did.
Well, I heard the
He
whisper.
whispered,
Yeah.
so I wanted to make sure before I misspoke that I remembered it correctly.
All right. All those in favor of the refund, please signify with saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, nay.
Nay.
Motion carries 6-1. All right.
Didn't I call it earlier? Thanks. All right, next up, we have, the district administration would like to seek a motion of consideration and action upon a collectively bargained agreement with our Colonial Food Service Workers Association. And once we move on that phase, then we're gonna take a pause and have, hopefully a signing event. So I'll let you go ahead.
Do I hear a motion from the board?
I move that we approve the collective bargaining agreement with nutrition services as presented.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
All right, as moved by Dr. Dorsey and as seconded by Mr. Press. Are there any questions or comments from the board? All right. All those in favor, please signify with saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, nay. All right, motion carries.
All right.
All
So we have some members of the CEA bargaining team here. Want to come forward? Nutrition piece?
CFSWA.
Oh, that's a lot of like. Oh, yes. Well, CFSWA, DSEA, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the wrong letters. Come on up, jump around the table. You're gonna sit in my seat. Your seat. Not mine. Oh, okay. There's your page. And there's the pages or tabs there. You can flip right to them.
Oh, they're identical.
They're identical, yeah, just signing two.
Oh, good.
Actually,
She is. She's on it. I didn't figure it out. She just saw that. I didn't see her steps. She was just right there. When you move, I just. I was like, she was just right. I don't know where she went. I'm getting really confused.
That's long bit.
congratulations.
Next, excited to also bring forward for the board's consideration and action a collectively bargained agreement with the Colonial Transportation Association. So turn that over to the board.
All right. Do I hear a motion?
I move that we approve collaborative bargaining agreement with transportation as presented.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Who's that, Dr. Dorsey?
Yeah.
Okay. Oof. All right, as moved, perfect. As moved by Mr. Handy, seconded by Dr. Dorsey. Are there any questions or comments from the board? All those in favor, please signify with saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, nay. Motion carries. I thought it was 10.
Where's Lynn? Come on up. Bring up the team. Do you have anybody else from the? Yeah, there you go.
The rest of the team didn't show up. They're supposed to be here.
They're gonna let you get all the line.
Apparently. Please have seats.
do that. There you go. Same for you, sign start on that one. Did that,
Okay.
sign your president, right?
Yep.
Sign that.
She's not my vice president, though. She was a member of the negotiating team.
Oh, hey, Jeff, how do you wanna do it if we don't have the vice president present?
Just, you can sign, just leave white. I still have to sign.
Oh,
We'll track it.
Yeah, we'll track it.
We'll track it.
every Wednesday after a board meeting, I'm getting told to come back to the office anyway.
Okay. Yep.
Perfect.
Yeah, next up, we asked the board to, consider approving the invoice for, the DSBA dues for the coming school year. For the coming year, I should say. For the coming year.
All right, in regards to DSBA dues, do I hear a motion?
I move that we approve the Delaware School Board Association invoice for 2026, 2027 as presented.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
All right, as moved by Ms. Smith, second by Ms. Breeding. Do I have any questions or comments from the board? All right, all those in favor, please signify with saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, nay. Motion carries.
Next, we would ask the board to approve, change in meeting date for the school board meetings next school year. The May 27th board meeting, we would like to move the meeting from May 11th to May 4th. From the second Tuesday of the month to the first Tuesday of the month, to allow human resources to conduct business that complies with employment and labor regulations.
And that's gonna be a continuing thing with May, correct?
Depends on where the second Tuesday falls. Sometimes if it's pretty, or sometimes it can be at the right time. It's just not next year as well as they did this last year. We're just getting a little bit more ahead of it since 2 months in advance. We looked ahead this year to see if
Yeah.
it's something we need to change. Proud of ourselves, sorry.
Do I hear a motion?
I move that we approve the previously approved May 2027 school board meeting from May 11th to May 4th as presented.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All right, as moved by, Dr. Dorsey, seconded by Mr. DePress. Are there any questions or comments from the board? All right, all those in favor, please signify with saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, nay. Motion carries.
The last agenda item for an action for the board's consideration is the code of conduct revisions for the 26-27 school year. The revisions this school year are what would be considered minor revisions that do not require a first and a second read, which is the standard board practice. So as you see in the board's agenda, there are the only changes that we're making to the student code of conduct for the coming school year is the subsequent violations for unauthorized use of an electronic device, where we removed OSS and confiscation as required and just added confiscation, disciplinary agreements, and ISS as optional. And then the second change is in the code of conduct, there is a section regarding student attendance and makeup work. And the review of the code of conduct this year found seeming some inconsistencies throughout that section of what was termed excused absence. And so the administration went through with the climate committee to kind of to revise and modify it to be all saying the same thing. There really was no substantive changes to the code. It's just more of an alignment issue. So given that those are not substantive changes to the code, we're asking if the board would waive the first and second read and approve those changes as proposed.
Do I hear a motion?
Make a motion that we waive the first and second read process and approve the changes as presented.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
As moved by Mr. Lowles and seconded by Mr. Handy. Are there any questions or comments?
Yeah, I got a question. Is the code of,
Speak up.
is the, is the code of conduct is being sent to the family, like in a hard paper?
No, we do the code of conduct electronically, but we do have hard copies available for those who request it. But it is done in an electronic fashion with an electronic signed, that they received it.
And they come in actually a different language?
Yes,
What language do they come? Probably Spanish.
Spanish.
Creole?
Spanish is the one that I know we publish, we print. I do not know about Haitian Creole in terms of print. But I know online, we have a feature on our website that translates for families up to, Gabe, do you know how many
Yeah,
languages?
It's like a
Many.
number.
Yeah,
Yeah, on the
yes.
Is the family are aware of that feature, how to click on it and how to look for that?
I don't know if families, how aware they are of it, but it's been a feature we've had for,
we push it out, and also in all of our communication platforms, it has the ability to translate in numerous languages. So they're used to the ability to have that translation feature in our SWORE newsletters, on our website, and social media already does it pretty natively. But it is something that's a regular practice for what we do.
Okay, all right. I second. Thank you.
Who's my first? I can't remember.
okay,
But I do have, I'm just a little confused. So for the unauthorized use of an electronic device for subsequent violations, meaning not the first time, we're removing out of school suspension as required.
yes.
And we're adding confiscation, disciplinary agreements, and in-school suspension is optional.
Out of school suspension was already optional.
It was already optional.
It was just double listed.
Okay.
It was required and optional.
Okay, that was my question.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Typo somewhere down the line.
Okay.
Are there any questions or comments? I have them. All right. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed, nay. Motion carries.
And the last two updates are strictly just that. They're hard copy updates for the board and the community regarding school discipline plans that were approved last June by the school board as required. Though they're required approval every 3 years. We keep it on our docket just to kind of provide the community and the board back with an update of what's going on with the discipline plans for the schools that were identified. And then also an update on our extended learning opportunities, specifically what's going on in the summer, where the sites are, the hours. So if you're interested in attending or joining any meetings or joining any programs, you can stop in and visit. That concludes the presentation. That concludes updates and action items.
Well, that moves us to adjournment. And with this being June,
About items removed.
oh, and there are no items removed. Are there any items removed from?
Did
consent?
we remove any items? You hear what he's doing, right? It's this last meeting. You know that, right?
It's 3 years in and it still gets me flustered. Okay, are there any items you?
There were no items removed.
And Mr. Laws, you know,
Chris, I'm making a motion we adjourn.
hold on for 1 second. It is June, all right, and I'm gonna say, we are saying a final goodbye to our student, Representative Mia. So I'd like to ask you to come on down here real quick. I'd like you to get the chance to gavel us out.
Okay.
So if you could, just go right back, anything in, go ahead and just read there.
Okay. Do I hear a motion to adjourn?
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion to
I'll
adjourn.
second.
Okay,
Ask for a second.
and, oh,
Do I just-
do I have a second?
Second.
Now you gotta choose a tiebreaker, that's hard.
Take her. Take her. Take her.
As moved by Mr. Laws,
Second by Dr. Wilson.
seconded by Dr. Dorsey.
Are there any questions, comments?
Are there any questions or comments from the board?
Yes, I have a comment. Mr. Laws, it has been an honor to serve with you. 20 years, that is an awful lot of institutional knowledge that is walking out the door. And I, as a newer board member, have been just so pleased, you know, when you have taken the opportunity to dredge up some of that history and you know, and remind us of things or explain maybe how things used to be and why we don't do it like that anymore. So I absolutely appreciate it, and I wish you all the best.
Thank
Any other questions or comments?
All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
All those opposed, nay?
All those opposed, nay.
Oh, I was waiting for, I'm sorry. That's a Ted Laws go-to, I'm so sorry, I thought that was happening. All right.
Dang it, dang it.
Bang.